Hey folks, Michael Kincaid here. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the channel. But today we're going to do an extreme MAVIC case test. Maybe it's not going to be extreme. I'm not climbing Mount Everest or doing any mountain biking, so how about just a thorough review? But nevertheless, we've received quite a few cases over the past couple weeks, several months. So I thought I'd put together a video kind of showing the pros and cons of each one of these cases that we have received. Is there the ultimate case out there that will suit all your needs? I don't know. Let's take a look at the cases we have here and kind of go in a little bit more in depth. I'll show you the pros and cons of what I like of each and every one of these cases. But anyhow, let's go ahead and strap the old GoPro on the head and do a first-person view of each one of these cases. All right, first up, we're going to take a look at the case. The first case I received from the guys at Freewill. This sucker has been awesome. This has been one of my favorite cases. It is definitely ruggedized. It is a hard case, hard durable plastic. It is waterproof, which makes it nice. And very compact. So obviously you get your spot for your MAVIC, your controller, 2 batteries, car charger fits here, spare props, and some other doodads and doomaflachis can go in there. So here she is with the Freewill hard case loaded out. You can see everything fits in there nicely. Extra battery. I only have the 1 extra battery. But spare props, controller, MAVIC, car charger. I always carried along my filters and a sunshade, and all that fits in there, and it does fit in there nice and snug. Nothing's rattling around. This has been a freaking awesome case. Only issue I've had with this case is the latches are just a tad brittle. I mean, they feel very sturdy, but I kind of got it bound up one day when I was trying to lock it down, or something was caught in there. When I did, it just snapped the whole thing. But the awesome thing is Freewill hooked me up, just sit down a new pair of latches, super easy to replace. Now I have an extra one in case that happens again. So there you have it. That's the Freewill hard case. Super nice case, super durable. It is waterproof, like I mentioned before. So boating, going out today, beach, boat, any water type environment, maybe raining out. This will be one of the cases you may want to consider. So our second case we'll check out will be the other Freewill hard case. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. And here's another little bit more compact case that Freewill has put out. Super nice case. Now again, both pros and cons on these are ultra durable. They're going to be waterproof. They are a little bit more on the pricey end. At the time of posting this video, check the link in the description below, but they are running, I believe they're running $99, which isn't bad, like I say, for the protection that it gives. I have 3 kids. I carry the MAVIC around with me every day, so these are pretty much my go-to because I have 3 kids. Usually it's in the back seat, they're climbing around, we're throwing gear in, soccer gear, so the hard cases, these are one of my favorites. But anyhow, this is their new little case that they've come out with. It is a little bit more compact, you can see. And just for comparison, I mean, you pretty much get everything that you can get inside of this case. Will also fit over into this case. So we'll just transfer everything over. I do like how these batteries will lay flat. I do like how they lay sideways like this instead of up, because it does protrude up a little bit, but with this soft foam, there is plenty of room. Now one thing, I think the cutout on this one is a little bit snug, so you have to be really careful with the props when you're putting it in there. Not a big deal, but you just need to be aware of it because it can catch on that, and you just need to be careful when you're pulling it in or putting it out. Insert "that's what she said" joke there. So extra props. I did have to notch it out on this one to get the props to fit in there, since I don't have an extra battery, so that is something to consider, but they would lay in there pretty comfortably and still close, but I did notch it out since I don't have a 3rd battery. So my filters and my sunshade case. Got to make sure, especially if you're going to be out there around a pool or in the water, make sure there's no straps hanging off that's going to affect the waterproofness of the case. But anyhow, those just snap right down, and you can see everything fits in that case perfectly. And it is a little bit, in size comparison, width, they're about the exact same width, it's just not as tall. So you obviously could fit just a touch more gear into this one. Not much, but just a touch. This, I think we only have one extra slot for gear. Because you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you just have one more slot, a little bit bigger. They're not big enough to fit the landing pad inside, either one of them. Because that is the other gear that I usually carry around. So there you have it. That is our Freewill hard cases. Extremely nice cases, and these have been one of my favorites. Next up on our list is this case from Adobe. I butcher the name of this thing every time. But this has been an excellent case as well, and one feature I love about it is this zipper pocket. You can hold just a ton more gear. But the one thing, this is a softer case. It's not going to be as durable, and it's not going to be waterproof. But let's see what it looks like with all the gear inside. All right, there we are, loaded down with all our gear. Like I say, definitely got a ton of room. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots on that. We do have our zipper pocket, which this I absolutely love. It does come with a shoulder strap as well. We got Baxter and Bella helping us out. Guys, you gonna talk to us? But it does come with a shoulder strap, got a little cleaning cloth. That did not come with it, it was already in there. And our filters. And we have tried this with a full-size iPad with a case. We have tried this with a full-size iPad with a case, and it will fit in there. So especially if you have a mini iPad or anything you're gonna be flying with, this is something to consider because you definitely have room to put that in there. But this one has definitely been a close runner-up to being one of my personal favorites. The hard case is still my favorite just for the fact of we're out there on the boat a lot and just with the kids and getting out and just being able to throw it in the truck and not really worry about things. But again, this one, love the fact that you can carry a little bit more gear on it. Speaking of carrying more gear, that takes us to our next case. Next up, we have our hard shell backpack case from the guys at Light Take. You have your backpack straps, which makes it pretty convenient. And the best feature on this one is the size. Still, like I say, pretty compact, but you do have room for a ton more gear. So you can see we have room for 4 batteries, your controller, the Mavic, car charger, any other accessories that you want to pop in these other places. And you do have your mesh screen up here, you do have a zippered pocket here, and you do have a large pocket up here. All right, there we have our Light Take case pretty well loaded down. Got your Mavic controller, only have the 1 extra battery, as I keep mentioning. Car charger, extra props. I carry my little Insta mic, usually in every one of these, usually when I'm out there on the go, because if I want to do some filming, gets windy, these little Insta mics, and that is the audio you're hearing today is from one of these Insta mics. I'll put a link in the description below on these little suckers as well. Fantastic little product from those guys. But you do have a little zippered pouch here. Got our landing gear legs inside that. We've got our sunshade case. It fits in there nicely. We have our filters. Cool thing about it is you do have your landing pad that will also fit in there. So that is pretty nice on that. Obviously get a lot more gear into this Light Take backpack case. Pros and cons on this case. It is just, I don't know, in my opinion, it is ugly. Got this like denim-y, weird, it's just not gonna be winning any stylish points. I'll get a little dirt on it. But it is very functional, so I'll give it that. Price point, under 30 bucks at the time of posting this video. There'll also be a link in the description below on that. Thing it does note on the website is that it is waterproof, but I do not see how that could possibly be waterproof. I don't see that happening, so proceed with caution on that. Other thing, con on it, not really. This strap is just, and you can adjust it. It's actually sewn in down here, so doesn't really do much of any good. But again, great case for it. Like I say, you do have the availability to have up to 5 batteries actually if you carry one with the Mavic. Here it is, the case from Light Take, and it does serve its purpose. Super cool little case for carrying more gear, and it is pretty well protected with the hard shell there, and this foam's pretty pretty dense, so it is going to provide pretty good protection. But again, I couldn't see it in extreme mountain biking or extreme situations, but you know, just carrying around for light general use, it's going to work just fine. Going from the extreme biggest case to check this guy out. We just went from our biggest case to, check it out, the smallest case. This case is a must-have. Price point's right on this one. I'll put a link in the description below. But you have your actual MAVIC case, controller case, and your extra battery case. So this is perfect for if you're going to be taking it like when I'm going hiking. I don't want to carry around one of the bigger hard cases. So this fits nicely if you just want to throw it in your own bag, in your hiking bag, the beach bag if you're going out to the beach. If your wife's carrying her big old purse, just throw it in that. She'll never know. This will probably be one of my main little go-to cases as well because I do a lot of hiking and do like having the MAVIC with me. But the MAVIC, I mean, it doesn't even look like it ever fit in there, but boom, fits in there perfectly. And the cool thing is you can fit the controller in there. You do not have to take the sticks off. That fits perfect. And then obviously, last but not least, your little battery bag. And there you have it. Look how small that is. So, you know, the pros and cons on this one is definitely you're not going to be able to hold any more gear other than the MAVIC, the controller, and the battery itself. It serves its purpose, and I think this is a must-have for your MAVIC gear for quick, easy transport. There you go, guys. Just a quick comparison between all the cases that I currently own. Big backpack case, good for cheap on price, excellent price point. Has a lot more room to hold more of your gear, including the landing pad, filters, your monitor sunshade, extra props, more batteries. Excellent case here. Don't have as much room. It is a little bit less protected. You can see that's a softer material there. Not waterproof. This one's not going to be waterproof. Your Freewill cases, hard cases, going to fit you a couple extra batteries, 3 total on those. Enough to fit your filters, your sunshade, and some other little minor gear. So these cases are going to be excellent, especially if you own a boat, going to be going to the beach, keep it out of the elements, and just going to be in a little bit tougher, rougher environment. These little cases here, these are also from Light Take. And again, I got a description in the link below for all these cases, but this is an awesome case if you just want to throw it in your hiking bag, in the beach bag, or like I say, just going to do a quick shoot and you just want to carry these two, throw them in the car, truck, Jeep, whatever you're driving. So is there a perfect case out there? One case will suit all your needs? Probably not. You're probably going to be like me and pick up a couple cases depending on what type of filming you're going to be doing, what type of environment you're going to be in. So anyhow, hope this helped you make a decision on picking up your case. So again, thanks for stopping by the channel. Be sure and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Stay tuned, we got a lot more stuff coming. We got some new cool FPV drones, and I have ordered a new drone that's gonna be coming in that I think you guys are gonna be pretty impressed with. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video.